Short drive through Dalton, Illinois. I'll do horizontal. If you could see in that rear view, there is a train that is not going anywhere. So, I'm moving down here for quite some time now. I know how to get around it. I have to go to Riverdale to this job with Aya. And look at this bar right here. This is how Chicago used to like all of it look. It's called Sportsman's Lounge, and it's a house. There's only a handful of these left, where you got a house that's converted into a bar. The front of it, you can see it is a home. But this is Dalton, Illinois, and this is where you can pick up some real estate for real cheap. Now that's a nice home right there, right? Who wouldn't want to live there? And you got the Sportsman's Lounge right there and across the street. That might be a nuisance to some, but I could live with that. Down this street on the corners, it seems like they place newer houses. There's a Baptist church and there's a bus stop right there. I don't know. Don't these look like country roads? But they do have a bus stop. There's old farm equipment. There's old tractors down here. I'll make a right. There's less homes down this, or to the left, but they're more country. And I'll just have the phone out the window so you can look at the real estate. This one's covered in, oh, that's a vacant lot, I believe. But you've got some homes over here that are really cheap. You got some dilapidated ones that aren't in the worst shape, and you got that train right there that's starting to move a little bit. Dalton, Illinois, cheap real estate. And I hope this ain't a fucking dead end. I do see a street sign down there. That one's vacant. That one's got a boarded up window right here. What an old Cadillac or an old Chrysler or something. On the other guy, let's see that one right there. You could probably pick that up for $25,000, I'm assuming. I don't know for sure, but I know it's cheaper than anywhere else around here. And you're not that far from like civilization. This one's abandoned. I'm sure it needs work. No trespassing sign, boarded up window. These are all the same. They're smaller and they're them tri-level. I call them tri-levels, but they're not the big, and this is a dead end. So you'd be on a dead end block over there. I think might be a high school or something. This is where the neighborhood people cut through apparently. You got fields, you got a lot of fields. And not a lot of traffic, and cheap homes, and everything else is pretty cheap. We're not too far from Indiana. I don't live that far from Indiana. Probably 5-10 minutes to get me to Indiana on regular roads. If you take the highway, it's like 2 minutes. If you take the Skyway, it's like a 5-minute ride, but you got to be on like 67th, I believe. Somebody was telling me about Gary, Indiana. Why don't I go over there? There's another one right here. That one's vacant. Gary, Indiana is way slummier than Dalton. Gary, Indiana looks like, if you think this is depressing at all, Gary, Indiana is not for you. Because this is beautiful compared to Gary, Indiana. There's the police, so I will put this camera. Okay, see this house on the left here? See this? I think this is all his land with the garage. See this home right there with the no trespassing sign? That's a rather sizable home. And it, nobody's doing anything with it. Now I know probably inside it's all fucked up. You got a broken window on top, but the roof is in stable condition. There's shingles missing on the top, a whole patch of them on the left side. There might be some leaks. There might be some water. There might be some mold. I'm not in there. I can't.